Unbox this Marv training set of plyo balls. Mentioned that these plyo balls have seams on them. I've never seen them. We've had a couple guys here that have. Post office does a great job with their tape. Really sturdy. Okay, throw away your trash, kids, and don't ask for a ball when you go to a game. All right, let's check it out. At Marv Training. I really like their logo, is what we're looking at. I want to know the story behind this, honestly. So that's the little bag it comes in. All right, so let's go ahead and go through these.
Those things are sweet.
You have seen these?
Yeah, they're sweet.
All right, let's go through these individually. Got my helper here. So let's see what the sizes look like. All right, we got a Marv 3.5. They do come with little seams. Okay. All right, Marv 7.5 red. And this one's got to be a 5, right? That's smart. They did the 5 ounce, the same color as typically a baseball would be. Very nice. We're playing long toss with that today. All right, let's see how heavy we go. 16 ounce. 16 ounces is 1 pound, right?
Again, you're asking the wrong guy.
Can we confirm 16 ounces is a pound? 16 ounces a pound.
Sure, yeah.
So that's 1 pound. And this one, 32 ounces, and that's 2 pounds. Anything over, I would say like anything over 14 ounces, I would get majority of your fingers on the ball. So you can obviously do that with the seams still on a baseball like that. That is Marv Training plyo balls there. We'll shoot some more content with those. Maybe go through like a little plyo routine. I haven't thrown plyos in a hot second. Shout out Marv Training. Check him out on Instagram. Much love. Appreciate you. I'm gonna go long toss with him.
No long toss.
I'm gonna probably underhand it to him. And then here's complaints. Okay.
No long toss.
Clip it.
Good job, Robin. Delbeck.
Marv Training plyo balls. Something that sets these plyo balls apart from all other plyo balls that I've thrown is these plyo balls have seams. 5 ounce, 3.5, even the 32 ounce has seams. 5 total balls. 32 ounce, so 2 pounder here. As you can see, seams pretty raised too. Talk briefly about the seams and utilizing plyo balls with like a 4-seam fastball grip or just a fastball grip in general. I am not a huge advocate for throwing 16 ounce, like a 1 pounder, and definitely the 32 ounce, the 2 pounder, as if you're throwing like a 4-seam fastball with your 2 fingers. So the only reason is because obviously a heavier load, it's gonna have more force behind these 2 fingers. And if there's wrist flexion issues, it's gonna be tendons, ligaments, all that stuff. I'd always encourage guys when it comes to like anytime you get into the pound range to just grip it, use the seam still, just grip it with all your fingers. But definitely the 2 pound one you can grip with the seams if you want. I will say for the 3.5, 5, and 7.5, big advocate for treating any type of training process as game-like as possible. And this is just an easier way, I guess, to bridge that gap from the training environment when you're doing your plyo throws to the game environment. There are a lot of like drill progressions and stuff that I like to use with plyos, so you can take the element of having to throw it to a specific target and you can just throw it into a wall. As you see, this wall got chips all over it. I'll show you guys that. First one, I personally will always start with reverse throws, but basically what we're trying to do is warm up or even just work on our decelerators, and that's gonna look something like that. I actually do really like the seams just because you can feel it. Even on this, you can feel as it comes off. That's a really good useful tool too, because anytime you create feel and the feel is different in the game in comparison to when you train, there's that disconnect, right? The emphasis on the creating of the feel off your fingertips with a seam for plyo balls is fantastic when we look at like drill progressions and stuff like that. After reverse throws, for me, I'll stay with the 32 ounce, get a glove on, real simple, standing segmentation, take your drive foot, that's gonna be the foot behind you. You want your hips somewhat into rotation. Again, we're trying to create different feelings, different feedback for what we want to feel when we get into our catch plays. I'm going to be lined up directionally. Now, as you can see, my shoulders and hips, same spot. Take this 32 ounce plyo. I'm going to grip it with 3 fingers, 4th finger, pinky is around that seam, but you're still creating a sensation for feeling the fingertips on a seam, which is great. So now I'm going to keep the lead foot on the ground and I'm just going to create this segmentation where I counter rotate my trunk to try to get it neutral, pushing this hip into extension. And now I'm just going to go separation and throw. And what you're gonna feel is that your throwing side, your pec, shoulder, lat is pulling your hand and not early and then leading with the elbow. A lot of times you guys get counter rotation and then you'll see the drive foot start to peel back this way, and that's a whole kind of separate drive leg drill. So we're gonna keep it turned, boom. I'm gonna take it to the 1 pound. Depending on the day, use different sizes for different throws or different drills. I like, when I throw plyos, I like heavier plyos. Same thing, I'm just gonna lift the lead foot off the ground and I wanna delay my trunk from rotating until I get anchored. Oh, coolest thing I've done this week. Probably my favorite ball here, 7.5 ounces, just a little bit above the 5 ounce, so you can feel a little bit overload, which to me, overload optimizes the path in which your hand travels throughout space as you go into your throw. For these, I'll just do a simple drive leg drill progression in which we can emphasize our load. So this is peak leg lift, This is descending from peak leg lift, probably at the time in which I separate my hands. And now all I'm trying to do is take my butt somewhat close to the rear ankle. Something I like to do is just kind of exploration of the drive leg and the drive foot, encouraging the stability of it. Yeah, I'm actually a really big fan of anything we do in a training environment, development environment, to get as replicable as possible to where we make our money as pitchers, right? So that's the game mount. And anytime that you can create a specific feeling, in this instance, it's the seams and the fingers, guys that cut the baseball, guys that stay inside the baseball, whatever the cue or case might be, this could give you even better feedback for feeling the two fingers when you're throwing a four-seamer through the baseball and pulling down evenly with the two fingers on that seam. So that's great. Marv Training, plyo balls. You guys got yourself a dope product here. Creating good feelings and feedback with your fingers, releasing off a plyo ball, having the seam and the ability to feel the seams off your fingertips is a good way to get as close to a real baseball as possible, right? So check them out. I'll include all the social media website tags in the description below. And thank you guys for sending these my way. I'll be sure to utilize them during this season. See if I can fit all of these in one hand. Kind of. Yeah. Oh, quick hands.